What are you doing?
Yes. Oh, he's look what he's got.
Yeah.
You say something.
Now then, let's get something straight,
Have you got
please.
your camera?
Let's get something straight. All this nonsense is caused by your mother.
Get it down.
When we,
there.
yeah, it is, yeah.
It's over
When
there
we
as well.
when we first moved in here, your mother called us troublemakers.
No, and she also
started
said
calling her-
she called you. She come down. She says, "Does my television bother you?" At the time, it didn't. Oh, my son says it does. He's always on at me, and that was to you.
Yes, to
wasn't
me,
it?
yeah. We
You
came in
were
here.
on at her.
Your mother, as I said, she started calling us troublemakers. She called my wife names in front of a witness. In front of a witness. Now she started all this nonsense.
I told she was dangerous.
I
before
told
we
you.
moved here.
I told
So
you.
you said.
Yes,
I
I
told
got
you.
told that.
I told you a couple of years ago. One word sums all this up. Jealousy.
Really?
Yes.
Because
You
I
know.
got him.
Rubbish.
Yes, it is
She
rubbish.
told
It's from her
me.
own mouth.
I said in
From
front
her
of
own
people
mouth.
over there,
Because-
6 men,
yeah.
what is your problem? My problem is you've got a husband to care for you. I haven't.
Well, she's had a time with her husband.
She told me to piss off yesterday.
She's had a time with her husband. Now it's somebody else's turn.
All I done was walk out here
Yeah.
and she's sitting over there, piss off,
Yeah.
piss off. And you know what
What's
we've
all
had?
that?
Last few weeks,
Rubbish. thrown out.
half-eaten fruit. The other night there, I was sitting, watching telly. I always have my curtains open because I feel claustrophobic. There's a man passing by and I see something coming down and he looks up, this man, a water bomb. And you tell him what happened to you at 6:30.
6:30, night before last. Something fell down there. I thought, oh, what's that? Thought something had actually fallen off the house.
Well, I'm glad that my mother didn't fall out the window actually
well,
when she
I'm-
dropped the biscuits. Now,
No,
what
no,
you
look,
don't
look.
what you don't know
All
is
the- all
she
the
hasn't got a
rubbish-
mind about her at the moment.
All the
She isn't
rubbish-
actually very well.
You know what? Neither have I.
Well, we know you don't have your
She-
mind about you.
You getting that recorded?
Yeah, of course he is.
You get yours out recording, Martin.
No, he's got it all recorded. That's what it is.
I'm
Every-
suicidal
Yeah.
because of her.
Rubbish.
You go
Not
to
rubbish.
my
Do you-
mental
do you-
health
do you live
nurse.
here?
You go to my
You live
mental
here?
health
I'm a visitor
nurse.
here.
You visitor. You
Yeah.
don't live here.
Yeah,
And you weren't
You
supposed
don't live
to
here.
approach us.
that's correct. I don't live here.
You don't live
But I
here.
have a right to come here.
She's
I'm not
been
bothered about
like
that.
this
I'm not-
since
Well, she is.
I
Pardon?
You are. You don't like me coming here.
no.
I'm frightened of you since you come round there with a hammer.
Rubbish. I didn't come round there with a hammer.
You come out like that.
Rubbish. Well, yes.
Because of the
yeah,
goals. You stopped me
I'm not.
there.
I'm not frightened of you, and you're not frightened of me, because it's proven you're not frightened of me because you're actually coming into my face. I would say you're more of a threat to my mother than she is to you.
No. Good grief. We've hardly spoken to your mother.
The only time I spoke to your mother was
We've
over
hardly
there,
spoken
and I
to
have
your
not.
mother.
And yesterday I come out.
She started
She's
it
sitting
all.
with John and
That's what it
Sue.
is.
I come out to go around there to have a smoke. I didn't look at her. I didn't know she was there until I went, piss off.
She wasn't laughing at you,
She was.
and she wasn't talking to you neither. She was talking to the lads over there.
She
There's
was
nobody
talking
on
to
this
John and
front-
Sue,
front
and
of
the
three
reason
people
she come out was because
Of all the
half of
rubbish that
her
was thrown out the
shopping,
night
yeah,
before.
on our garden.
It's
Why
not, it's
not?
not. It's not your garden.
We tend to.
Oh
it.
well,
It's
we
a communal
do.
garden.
Yeah.
They're all
All right,
communal
we
Well,
tend-
gardens.
if your
tend to
mother
it.
wants to do something, we have never stopped her. And she told us there was planting there, and then she told us, I said, if you want your, God bless your father, you look after it. I haven't got anything there of my husband's.
No, it was a rose I bought for her birthday.
Well, according to her, there's nothing in there.
Well, she doesn't actually remember a lot, does she?
Well,
I don't know.
no.
No, she doesn't. No.
She remembers us.
Yeah.
I'm frightened of you, and that's in report.
You're not frightened of me.
Yes, I am. I am on all sorts of medication.
I'll step back.
I'm frightened because what you done with that hammer.
What hammer?
The hammer you had
I
in
pushed.
your hand.
I pushed a rubber handle onto the.
You
I
had
pushed a rubber handle onto the shaft.
You had a hammer, and the reason was the gulls. I have this at home.
Nothing.
The gulls.
Nothing to do with the. Nothing to do with the
what you
gulls.
said.
No, I never said anything about
You
gulls.
liars.
There about the gulls. Told me
I've
about the
never
gulls.
been a threat to
No,
your
I-
mother.
no, what-
Complaining about people feeding them.
Well, that's right. I do complain.
gulls have
I
been
do
here
complain.
for thousands of
I do
years.
complain about people feeding them because they crap everywhere.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
I'll
we do.
tell you what. You go round there and you see all the little bird boxes. Not from us. There's none here. It's all round there.
I have little bird boxes in my garden as well.
Well,
But
why
I don't.
did
But
you
I don't.
complain?
But I don't feed the gulls.
Well, the
We
gulls
don't
come down
feed
anyway
anything.
because
I
the birds
don't.
are there.
I don't really see what the gulls have got to do with it. To be fair,
Because you
The
were complaining
creatures.
about them when you were convalescing here.
Yeah.
I was complaining about the gulls in the early hours of the morning because someone was feeding them at the back.
Yeah.
And
No,
in them,
you blamed us.
I never blamed you.
No, the community
You
blamed us.
stood there.
I never blamed you for feeding the gulls.
The community
You come
blamed
round
us.
there
I
with
never.
a hammer.
What's that got to do with the gulls?
And every time you come down, I say he is trouble in myself because I'm frightened of you. I might be sounding, I've never hurt anybody. I'm one of the nicest people. I go to Costa every day. You can ask them if I ever caused trouble.
I've seen you in there.
So what?
So what?
Am I shouting? at
See,
people?
see, you're not frightened of me because you keep stepping forward. I'll step back.
Is that on record?
Of course
No,
it is. That's why it's holding it up.
it's finished now.
That's
Well-
why it's holding it up.
You show them the pictures, Martin.
No, I'll get it on the other one.
You know, we're still getting hassle. We're still getting hassle from here.
No, you're not. You were shouting up at the window up
I
there.
come out yesterday, Sean. Mark was out. I walked along here to go and have a cigarette. She's sitting over there with John and Sue. She's laughing at me, telling me to piss off. I went over there. I said, "Don't you speak to me like that."
I don't think she was talking to you.
Calling me a slut.
Who was she talking to? Telling somebody to piss off?
She was probably having a laugh with one of the people.
There was nobody else there.
She wasn't sat there on her own.
There was only her and John and Sue there.
So you just said
nobody
that
else.
you
So
just
she's
said
telling
you
John
just said there was you just said there was nobody else there.
Yeah.
And now you've just said there was John and Sue. Make up your mind. You don't know what you're talking about neither, do you?
You earlier said she was having a laugh and a joke with the blokes. There was no blokes there. There's only John and Sue.
There was John and Sue there, yeah. So
Where are the blokes
well,
coming from?
John is a bloke, isn't he?
Yeah, where's the other blokes coming from?
Well, they were probably there a bit later on.
I'm on top
No, they
of
were.
this 'cause
They
I'm
were because
suicidal.
they called the bloody
Every
police
day.
down.
And they keep an eye
But
on
we've
me
got it all
and
straightened out with the police.
Have you?
We straightened it. Yes, we got it all straightened
No,
out with
he's
the police
got that.
yesterday.
He's
Straightened
got
out.
that.
We had it straightened out with the police the last time they were down.
It's
All that's on
madness.
report, which is what we've
Well,
told
them
the other
two
night.
were just scheming.
Yes, no problem.
And
Everything,
they
we've got
phoned
everything
the
down.
police and they knew
They've taken that report as well. They got
what
report
was
from
going
us here.
on
They got
over there.
report from
But
that
she
little twerp
told
over
me
there.
to piss off. And
So
I
they've
was just
Put the two
forthright.
together and they'll come up with an answer.
Said, "Go
Okay.
away."
I'm hoping
You know
that's what
I
it'll be.
Okay.
And I'm
Wait, I
hoping
sat there.
that the answer will be favourable.
John,
Okay.
which I'm quite
Yeah, fine,
surprised
fair
I
enough.
hope so too. I hope it'll be favourable too.
Yeah.
She's only
Bear in
had
mind
one
this is your
day
third
trouble.
move.
Yeah.
I said, "You just
Well,
told
exactly.
me to go away."
Because of the
I'm
same
sitting
problems that
here
we're
waiting for
experiencing
my
here.
support, my husband.
Jealous people
But I
with
can't
bloody
sit
big
there.
mouths.
Jealous.
Wow,
My
yeah,
mother.
approached by
well,
him.
she was. She was.
I'm hearing
She is
totally
just-
different corresponding sides.
Of course you are. Of
So,
course you
yeah.
will do.
Yeah.
You will do.
But I spoke to the police yesterday and they seemed fair enough. They spoke to you and they spoke to Esther and they spoke to everybody and they seemed fair with
No.
what they were saying. That's what they said to me.
She's causing the trouble. And I got told by a woman who lived here that she was a dangerous woman. Keep clear of her. And they are honest words. And I never went near her. The only
You haven't
time
been near
I
her.
spoke to her was when she said to me, what was it?
She said to you something, call your names or something, called you an ugly bitch or something like that.
Yeah, from the postman, just because I was walking out. That's the only. Well, I didn't actually speak to her.
I actually only know one person that's moved out of here because all the rest have moved out in a box.
Well, what's that got to do with it?
Well, they couldn't have been speaking to you, could they?
Who?
The people that moved out in a box. There's only one person that's moved out of here.
I'm not mentioning any names.
No, you don't have to. There's only one person that's moved out of here.
I'm not going into
No,
that.
you don't have to mention any names.
I've
but
got a heart. I'm
Yeah.
not mentioning any names.
I never asked you to. I'm just saying that the only person that's moved out of
You are
here.
not supposed to come near us. Well, you got told by the police.
Wait a minute, you came near me. I keep walking back.
Yeah, he has a point there.
No,
Yeah,
he
there's one
was
point.
prepared for us.
No. I was coming out for a smoke. I was coming out for a smoke, and you were screaming up there, to the window up there.
Come on, hey, come on, calm yourself down. Calm yourself down.
Why don't you just go in? You don't need confrontation, Pat.
Go in?
You don't need it, just go in and
No.
get away from it.
I'm not going in.
It just makes things worse. But you need to keep yourself calm.
Because I'm getting approached by too many people. It's easy for people to say. It's easy for people to say. He come out. He was waiting for us.
No, I came out for a cigarette, and you were screaming.
You come out with that already in your hand.
I always do.
Oh yeah, and you put it down there on the ground when you go out for runs to see if we're speaking. I saw it once.
I don't put it on the ground. I dropped it, maybe. I dropped it, maybe. I don't put it on the ground.
If I go in there, Mum, I take tablets because
No, you won't.
I will.
No, you won't.
I'll take them when you've gone.
No, you won't. I'm not going anywhere.
I have never caused his mother any problem.
No.
I got told she was dangerous before. No, I've had enough. I'm now.
No, I'm scared.
Just leave me alone.
Okay.
He was waiting for us.
No, I wasn't. I was coming out for a cigarette, and you were screaming up at Dougie up there.
Oh,
You were screaming up at Dougie up there. And I've got it on here.
they had no idea what was going on there yesterday. She just knows us. And I'll tell you something else. He upset Mary as well. Him. And he's upset Rachel over things. Him. Because he comes down here every day skeeting on the corner. Do you see Rachel and her husband coming out now doing the garden much? No. And we know why.
I can't answer.
He had
any of
Mary
it. I'm not here.
approached Mary on the corner. Mary's the one I speak to because she's lovely. And her husband. They're the only decent ones. Right? He had to go at her. Like him.
I can't say yay or nay because I'm not here. I don't live here.
No.
We go in, I come home after Martin's brought me home. Yeah, from Costa. You know, don't you? You come near me once, right to my face. I'm recording you. Right like that. Like that.
Then it would be on my videos then, wouldn't it? And it's
You
not.
had no right to come like that.
Probably will be, even when I told you that.
You had no right to do that. You're going on
My
about
my mum's not jealous of you.
The fact that my wife,
My
has
mum's
a husband
my
to
mum
look after and she
my
has,
mum's not jealous of you, Martin.
it came out of her
My
own
mum's not
mouth.
jealous of either of you.
Why she go around to Next, sitting here telling her I'm going to Next? And what is it? We had these.
Well, she does. Well, she does go to Next. I take
We
her in there.
had these fancy knickers on the line, like, you know. Ah. I'm not going in that house, because if I go in that house, I take tablets.
Well, sit on the bench then.
Yeah, I will.
Sit on the bench. Sit on the bench.